So last time around, the 212 Ghost went up against the 206 Briggs and Stratton lawnmower engine directly off the lawnmower. And this thing sets a lawnmower engine that it has a nylon cam. Even the cam lobes are nylon. Last time around, the Ghost beat the Briggs by over a half a second from 0 to 30. I think 5 or 6 miles per hour top speed. The Ghost did 0 to 30 in 4.39 and 52.52 top speed. And the 206 Briggs did 0 to 30 and best time of 5.03. So over a half a second slower and top speed of 38.38. So I'm not sure if I can even get the Briggs to come close to the Ghost without going internal on the engine. Maybe swapping out the cam and valve springs. So before I tear the Briggs apart, I'm gonna go ahead and install this VM22 carburetor and we'll see if it responds well to the VM22. So maybe swapping out the VM22, the Briggs possibly could gain some time on the Ghost if it's not valve spring limited. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this VM22 carb on the 206 Briggs. We'll see if it gains any 0 to 30 or top speed. Yeah, this engine could be totally valve spring limited. I mean, carburetor and all that stuff might not make any difference at all, but we'll see. Good about it, I set up the intake manifold with just the hose, kind of like a slide carb, and I have a VM22 that's very similar, that's cut like this, so it's easy to swap in a VM22. So it'll be easy to see if it makes any difference at all, really quick. All right, so that's easy enough. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. You never know. I mean, it might gain performance with a VM22. I mean, because the slide is a lot bigger. The carb overall is bigger. Or it just might be too much carb. Who knows? So easy swap. So the slide and everything should be very similar. I think all these carbs so far had about 2 1/4 on the slide. Let me pop off all this PZ22 stuff. Pop off the PZ22 slide. Alrighty. Go ahead and pop this VM22 end on here. Alright, let's see if that'll work. So we got the slide hooked up. Now let me pop off this air filter and we'll see if we have enough, we'll see if we're getting full throttle. Oh yeah, perfect. You hook up this fuel line. It'll be interesting to see if this thing even starts. The VM22, I'm not sure. I think the valve springs might be the totally limiting factor in this thing and the cam. I mean, it's just for a lawnmower, so it's only gonna turn around 3,600 RPM or so. Anyway, so let me try to fire this thing up. Wow, first pull. Let me lube that clutch. Man, that was pretty good. First pull, fired up. That's a good sign. Okay, 0 to 30, 206 Briggs, VM22. Okay, 0 to 30 in 5.16. 5.16. Let me try it again. 0 to 30, second attempt, VM22, Briggs 206. All right, let's see what it did. Second attempt, 0 to 30, a 5.27. So what, a 5.16 and a 5.27. I gotta beat 38.38 for top speed. So the Briggs 206 got slower with the VM22 carb. So it did 5.03 before with the PZ22 carb and 38.38 top speed. And then this time around with the VM22, it did 5.16. So it lost a little over a tenth of a second and a couple tenths top speed. So it looks like the only way this thing's gonna beat up on the Ghost is to break the engine down and install a cam and valve springs, and then maybe